Oh,
Chromatic Corner with your host, Ellie Achre.
do we put anything on the green screen?
Nope, never.
It's just a background.
I don't know, we could in theory.
We could.
But I
We
don't...
could put the album cover on the green screen really zoomed in.
That's an option.
That'd be
I guess that's the obvious move there. I just don't feel like it's worth it to go
Yeah.
through the hassle.
Yeah.
What little hassle there is.
For the record,
Speaking of...
we have both of them. Or I have both of them. These are mine. I'm a fanboy. I bought these both at the same time. Did I tell you that?
At the same time.
I'd say, okay, well, so I was at the store, and this is like a smaller artist, right? Like, this is
Right,
of a find.
very much smaller.
Yeah. So like I saw this in the vinyl section. I was like, whoa, I've never seen that before. I'm gonna get that. Then I went to CDs, and I found this in the used CD section for like $5. And I was like, I'm never gonna see either of these again. So I might as well get them while I can. So I bought both of them. This one's made in Canada. We've discussed this before.
Are you happy with your purchase to this day?
No, I'm happy with it because then I can listen to it both on.
Does the album have that little art inside? Show the art.
The art?
That has that little swirly thing.
Oh, the swirly thing, yeah. You mean the vinyl? No, the vinyl doesn't have that. It's just a little. Has this? I don't know what it is.
Very cute.
It is
IMO.
cutesy. Yeah. Okay, the front cover photo, if you're wondering, is by Sean Childress.
Sean's Childress.
Childress, yeah. Okay, so should we introduce the album, or should I introduce it? Or did you have any like preliminary matters? I think
There's no preliminary matters.
I just can't remember how we did this, even though it was only a few days ago. Oh, by the way, there's a lost episode.
I don't think we need to mention the lost
You
episode.
need to mention the lost episode.
All we need to do is get started here.
Okay.
I can't remember the name of this album, so you're gonna have to take it away.
Okay, so this album's "Days in the Wake" by Palace Brothers. It's a Will Oldham project, which he's more well known as Bonnie Prince Billy. But this is something from before that, and before even Palace music, but not before Palace. I think it goes Palace. I'm not super well versed on this. It goes Palace Brothers, Palace music, I think, and then there's another one. But then I think then it goes to Bonnie Prince Billy, and I think he also releases stuff under Will Oldham, but I'm not super deep into that discography. So this is the second and last Palace Brothers album. It's probably the best one. It's a pretty simple album. It's pretty bare bones, pretty stripped back. But
Don't they only have like 2 albums?
Yeah, they only have 2 albums.
Okay.
This is the more stripped back of the 2. This is pretty simple. But I enjoy it a lot. I bought it twice.
You did buy it twice.
I
Before or after listening to it?
After listening to it.
Okay.
You don't really buy stuff just to like buy stuff these days. I did actually buy a Cecile Taylor compilation of like 7 albums because it was like there was it's the cheapest album there. Someone had like opened it by accident, and it was like way off. It was like it was like $10. And there's 2 other albums in the Cecile Taylor section, and I know, but it is a funny story because those other 2 albums were also in the compilation disc that was brand new, just a little side little tear in it. So are we gonna like? Oh, I thought you were gonna like start it over or something.
No,
they're gonna cut me off. They're gonna cut me off. That's weird.
This is an awful point, Owen. You're wasting our time.
No, it was just a funny story. So I bought the compilation, like seven albums, like 4 CDs.
People do not listen to Chromatic Corner to hear your purchase history.
Funnily enough, actually, Cecile Taylor is famous for chromaticism in his jazz music. So if anything, it's the most on topic we've been so far.
What do you mean? We introduced the album.
We introduced the album, but we
didn't even say the name. No,
I said "Days in the Wake" by Palace Brothers. We mentioned the name. Yeah, so it's a good album. It's a charming little album. It's pretty short. Like
charming is one word for it.
Yeah, I have a suspicion that he's not as keen on it. He hasn't listened to it before like this last week, and I told him we had to delay recording by one day. He sent me this. I have to scroll through all these reels.
I can put it in post.
You can put in post? Oh, yeah. You can put in post, but I have it. I'm so close.
Just truly explain the image.
Fit that on. He sent that to me. So can you read that?
Just read it off.
Oh, having to listen to Days in the... He abbreviated. No one has ever abbreviated it like that. I highly doubt. I mean, people don't talk about this all that much. Having to listen to Days in the Wake one more day, and then me, and it's a lot of ghosts. Which, could mean 2 things. Could mean the album is bad. Or it could mean it's really haunting. So I mean, we'll see. We'll see what his opinion is.
I guess we'll see.
I guess we'll see. Actually, okay, you introduce what? Okay, so what's your kind of synopsis? I've said what? Like if you're gonna give like a kind of brief.
I feel I would like to retract my statement I made on the Big Thief album. The name's too long. I don't want to say it.
Yeah.
About commenting on how it's background music. I want to retract that and say this album wins for background music.
No way this album's background music.
I feel like this, I could never see anyone like going out of their way to like actually bump this music.
Well,
I feel like it's more of just it's just good enough to not have me comment on it if it was already playing in a given situation / function.
Really?
But I just really feel like nothing stands out on this at all, and it's just all the same, just basic singer-songwriter type stuff.
I don't think you listened to the album then. I don't know. I'm gonna say, dude. Okay, well, when I think basic singer-songwriter, I just think like Elliott Smith ripoff, which maybe that's just a symptom of our generation. You know, maybe that's just the Bridgers effect. You know, I'm coining that. That everyone like, but this is not at all like that. I mean, it's like Sufjan Stevens. Like that's what I think when we say basic singer songwriter, which I love Sufjan Stevens, but at least the one album that I've listened to, which I'm not very good about. But I mean, like I feel like this is not basic singer songwriter. It's like it harkens more back to. It's like a weird version of like Johnny Cash or something.
I would not compare this to Johnny Cash.
Compare to Johnny Cash
ever.
No, not Johnny Cash. I don't know. No, not Johnny Cash. Shoot, not Johnny Cash.
Yeah, it better not be Johnny Cash
I don't know.
you're thinking of.
I don't know. It just feels like it's like kind of like Americana, but like post-Americana. I don't know. Like just very simple. It
is very simple. I'll give it that.
Okay. I mean, I guess we're not going track by track this time. But do you have Do you want to have like a highlight track, or like do you have like a?
No, I want to talk about my specific gripes.
Okay,
I hate the outro track so much.
No, that's the best one. That's like
I find I'm a cinematographer so annoying.
Why?
It was always a highlight when that finished. Not only because I was done listening to it for the day, but also just him saying I'm a cinematographer over and over again. It's grating.
But it's like symbolic though.
Symbolic.
It's like it's actually, I mean, I guess it's not symbolic. That leads me into my point about this album is that there's not really any like meaning. There's not really a meaning to it. You know, like when you sing it, there's not like, I mean, it doesn't feel like there's like a meaning you prescribe to it. You know what I mean? Like it's like there's so many lyrics that are just so like obtuse and kind of strange.
I did feel like it just tried to be. It was trying to be weird. Is how it came off to me at parts.
Trying to be weird. I don't know. I think it is just weird. I think it is. It's just like there's so many lyrics. I mean, I feel like I'm gonna convince you to like this album. To at least give it a little bit of credit. Because I'm okay. I'm gonna look up. We're gonna pull up the lyrics here. We're gonna. Because
why don't you just have Genius downloaded on your phone?
There's an app.
Yeah, there's a Genius app.
I don't know. Well, because I don't want to track my data.
Who cares?
Oh, yeah, I think it's fine.
Genius can track my data all my life.
Yeah, I mean, they're probably getting. I was going incognito. You know, you never know what they're.
I don't see the worry.
Okay, so if we're just gonna go to like, okay, what's a good one? Come a Little Dog, right?
That's another one.
That's another one. I imagine you don't like this one.
Come a little dog, come a little cat, come a little dog.
But okay, it's like this one. I mean, instrumentally, it's a little different from the rest of them. It's one of the two tracks that has like more stuff going on. I know it goes hard. I like that part. I like that part.
It's too that one. The woof woof is too much for me.
Well, the way like it comes the first time, you're like, that was a little goofy. The second time when he has like more people in the back or something,
I feel like it's still just too goofy for me.
But it's like the thing is though, is it's like you're kind of in the vibe of like the what's going on, right? You know, they come a little dog, come a little cat. He killed a cat, kill a little cat, and kill a little dog.
Kill a little dog and kill a little cat. Come now.
Yeah. And then he goes, where did the log? And this line that kind of it's like a curveball, right? It's like, where did the little dog come from? The little dog came from you. Little black spot on its little brown head. Little dead dog. I love you. And then you're just like, well, what is this about? What is he talking about? And that's the magic, is you don't know.
See, when I heard that, I just thought, oh, he's just saying stuff now.
But like,
He's
like
just freestyling on his
words.
acoustic.
I mean, it is kind of that, but it's also like he's saying it from. Sorry, I don't know. It's just like it's an interesting like because it's definitely written. I mean, he chose to sing about the dog. You know?
What's your take on it then? Do you have an interpretation, or are you just amazed that there could be one?
I mean, I think my interpretation, if I had to choose one, would be something about just like ending a relationship, and grieving over that. Just like I mean, I guess, but the way he approaches it is so interesting. Just like looking at the symbol of like the dog that the little dog came from you.
Oh, I get it, because if it's a relationship, he's like because he's talking about his girlfriend, so it would be like a female dog, and so he's calling her.
No, I don't know. I just think it's like neat because but the thing is like that's only one interpretation. But the one that's really the one that's really like is just entirely up for interpretation. That really like it's like is the final track is I am cinematographer, because it's just like
I think he's just saying he's a cinematographer.
Well, he's not though. And that's
Can
the kicker.
Can you prove
that? I know he actually that's interesting. An interesting tidbit. I just learned this today. I was like looking through. He originally wanted to be an actor.
Well, that's not a cinematographer at all.
I know it's not a cinematographer, but I was just saying that's kind of related. But some guy told him you should write a song because you're bored. And they started writing songs. So
I have a personal gripe with that one person.
Yeah, okay? So do you really like hate this album? Are you like, or is it just like?
I don't think I could bring myself to say I hate it.
You just don't care.
I don't like it.
You just don't like it, man.
It's a miss.
You're missing out. Because like, there's
how am I missing out? I listened to it.
I don't know. This the more I like listen to it. Like some of these lyrics are just ingrained in my head. Like I listen to it, and I get to one part, where it's just like every part of it is just like, oh, another interesting one. Like Milnes is just like ingrained in my head.
Is that how you say that?
I don't know. I have no idea.
Mjolnir. That's how I was saying it.
Yeah, Mjolnir or Mjolnir. I don't know. It's like a weird word.
Is it a real word? Do you know?
I feel like it's a name.
Is it?
That's what I assume. That's what I always assume was it something.
That would be an awful name. I would never name my kid that.
Yeah, probably not. That's because you're not creative enough to come up with it.
I think when it comes to naming your children, it's okay to not be creative. I think it's better when you're not, actually.
That's true. You don't want to be weird. No, me and Evan have the same name, actually.
Yeah.
Because Owen is the translation. It's like the Welsh translation of Evan or something like that. So, Evan translated. Evan's the normal version, and mine's the translated version.
That's wild.
It wasn't intentional. We learned that in a gift shop since it said that on like a thing about. It was like a really geeky version of one of those like name cards where it's like where it's like you get the keychain or like the pocket
or just like a fridge magnet.
Yeah, it was like a huge fridge magnet that had like things about the name on it, and then we learned from there. We're like, oh shoot, and we're like, Mom, why'd you do that?
Big fumble.
Big fumble. So no, but which sucks is that I'm the translated version.
That why does that suck?
Well, that means that he's like he's the original.
Okay, but that means you're like the more modern and hip version.
No, it's not more modern. It's just translate to different language.
But yeah, that technically it came about later, though.
I mean, yeah, I guess so. That's a positive way of looking at it.
There's always a positive way of looking at things.
Yeah, I like the line with the. I feel like Mia's, I feel like it's like about Christ.
Oh wait, which one?
In my mind, the one we were just talking about, the name. Just the line where what makes me think that's and he came by the way of 500,000 murders, and came by the way of a long list of ironies, and came by the way of the road to Sioux City, and came by the way of the half-breeds and lesbians. I mean, I don't know what Sioux City is. I assume it's just a city.
I couldn't tell you.
But then
that's a like Native American tribe, actually.
Right, that is a Native American tribe.
I don't know if like Sioux City is like an actual other place though.
I think it is another place. I feel like it would be. We could look it up, but I don't think it's worth it. I'm pretty sure it's just a city. Maybe it has some symbolic meaning. I don't think it does, but none of these are supposed to have that much of a symbolic meaning. It's just kind of saying stuff at some points. But then it's like here, it's like I don't know. It's just the effect that what he's saying has. It's hard to describe. You're gonna have to cut out a lot of this.
No, this is all good so
This
far.
is all good so far. Okay.
I got that kind of vibe from it too when I was listening to it, but I don't know. There's a bunch of just random stuff in there too,
Yeah.
where it's like it's a vague illusion.
Yeah, but then it's the way that it came by the way the half breeds and lesbians made, which reminded me of it seems like he's talking about like Jesus or something, which I was interesting.
Yeah,
You see that, right? Just like the comes from the like lowly of the world, I guess. I mean,
nothing lower than half breeds and lesbians.
I'm gonna say more like oppressed, not lowly, but like the humble people, You'd say. I guess you're gonna say something about lesbians or something, because you're misogynist.
No, I love lesbians.
Yeah, I see you knew a lot of them at your school, right?
Yeah, I'm very pro lesbian.
That's good. I knew that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't have beef with lesbians.
That's good.
Unless they have beef with me.
That's
then
true.
we can duke it out.
Yeah.
1-on-1.
You don't want to be like, you don't want to step too far and be like, I've never had beef.
Yeah, like they're still people.
You can't sacrifice your autonomy. Yeah, and then but undaunted, unshaven, eagle, and breeches, he set out again to unveil the earth's riches. That sounds like Jesus. I don't know. It's just interesting. It's like it just makes you think, and that's what's fun about it. It's like it's not something, and it's just in general the aesthetic is just very like, it's an aesthetically pleasing album. Just the way it's just like him and the acoustic guitar throughout most of it.
Most of it, isn't it all just him and his acoustic?
Well, on Pushkin,
does he ever not use his acoustic?
One, Come a Little Dog, there's more instrumentation. There's like a shaker, I think, instead.
There is a shaker. But
yeah, and then there's.
I wouldn't say that's anything crazy.
There's nothing crazy. There's thunder on.
It's no jaw harp.
No more no jaw harp. No More Workhorse Blues has thunder on it.
Is that the one that starts off with all the wind and stuff?
I think so. I don't remember them being. Yeah, it starts off with wind and stuff. It's like goes quiet and then gets loud at the end.
Okay.
Do you like that one? Or is that the novel, or are you just thinking about it?
No, I was just looking at my list of my top 3 songs that I had to.
Oh, you had top 3 songs.
Begrudgingly.
Okay,
pick 3
let's
of
get
these.
to that then. Let's get to that. I haven't actually picked mine. I have to.
Oh, you have to do this.
No, but you.
I'll start us off then. So I think my favorite from this is Pushkin. On my first listen, that was the only one I liked on Spotify.
Oh yeah.
And then I was just like, heck, I need to find 2 more.
Yeah, I kind of thought this would happen, but okay, what do you like about it? Like, what's your?
It just hit me as like the most interesting one on there. I feel like is really all it is.
Yeah, just has a little more instrumentation on it.
It bored me the least.
Yeah. Okay, what do we have?
Then the other 2 is in no particular order. Let me tell you. Is No More Workhorse Blues and Thou Without Partner.
Yeah. That's interesting. I was trying Thou Without Partner to be just kind of like a low light right before I'm a cinematographer in my head.
Wow, now you're just we're truly opposites on this album.
I like Pushkin. It's not one of my top 3, but
see exactly.
I do like the part about cosmonauts flying, cosmonauts dying, that stuff. Though.
That line is fire. Which one is that in? I forget.
That Thou Without.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah,
because it just.
I think that line is like what pushed me over.
Yeah, because it's like I feel like it's like, it's such like a aesthetic like departure from the rest of the album.
Yeah,
like it's just like an interesting.
Like he never talks about Soviet astronauts ever in the rest of the album.
Yeah,
and then he brings it up. I feel like that was really bold of him. I think it really brought in a new thematic layer to the whole album.
But the part with like astronauts starving, astronauts leaving. That's I like that line too when he goes astronauts starving. Yeah. Some of that image is like really.
It really brings up the innate fear of starving as an astronaut in space.
I think it brings up the fear of like large space and darkness.
Fresh out of
I think it's a little deeper
astronaut ice cream, and you're just stuck staring into the vastness of space.
I mean, it's just
with nothing to munch on.
Exactly, and you're alone, and it's sad.
Well, it says astronauts, so it's plural. So you're not alone,
That's true.
and
I mean, I think it's more so thinking like a plethora of multiple separate lonely astronauts is what I envision.
I envision they're all together, just
Okay.
crying over their loss of
Their
dehydrated ice cream.
Yeah. I mean, I guess so. Seem to read it that way. No more hospitals would be pretty. That would suck quite a bit.
I would not like to be in a world with no more hospitals.
Okay, but okay, come on. When was the first time you realized the next time would be the last time? That's a good line.
That is a good line.
Yeah. You don't have anything to say about that?
I don't have anything to say about that. That's just a good line.
Yeah. No, this is a good one actually. Never mind. This isn't a little late. It's just kind of slow. But then you get to. Oh, you want me to do my top 3?
Yeah.
Okay. Top. I'm a cinematographer number 1. I know you're gonna. I knew you weren't gonna like that. But it's like, it's just like the way the lyrics are and the repetition of it, and it's just like it's
the
so
repetition
vague.
of it.
I like the repetition. It's like the.
Let me tell you about a refrain, kid.
Fine. Refrain. I'm choosing poetry terms. No. But it's so interesting. Okay, so like it's just the way it's laid out, like how it like has the I don't know, like it's the line only defined as made of wood. It's like, is wood good? You know what I mean? Like, is that a good thing, or is it like bad? And that's so interesting. It's like you don't know what he's saying, but you know, you can tell there's a general theme of like growth and moving on, but it's like is the wood. You know what I mean? Like I don't know. I think that's interesting.
Is the wood good?
Like is it being like widow? It's like strong. It's hardy wood, or is it wood like, oh, it's weak? It's not like it'll snap. You know, it's just like the way it says only defined.
You know, I really appreciate your ability to dig into songs this deeply.
I don't know.
Honestly, I admire it very much.
I'm glad, because I think it's what you need in order to enjoy this album.
I think you definitely need some level of that to enjoy this album.
Yeah, he's from Louisville, by the way.
Is that supposed to make me love him or something?
It says you can walk away from Louisville. I didn't realize that until earlier today. He's from a place called Louisville. I think it's in Kentucky.
That sounds right.
Yeah. Okay, well, I like that one. I think my second is All Is Grace. I used it on a school project one time. We're supposed to make a soundtrack for a Holocaust movie.
That is a school project for sure.
Yeah, and it was funny. I was proud of what I did, because I made a good soundtrack. I'll tell you. I was like, you know, I know I have the ability to make the best one here, and I did, because like one person had a glimpse of us on their soundtrack. Okay, so it's for like the comic book Mouse. Have you ever seen that before?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so we're making a soundtrack for that was adapted to a movie, and they put the glimpse of us on like the scene.
That was a genuine yawn.
Okay, I could tell because this is interesting. This is interesting. They put glimpse of us on like in a scene where the husband's like away in a concentration camp and he's wishing he had his wife with him.
It's still funny though.
I don't. It's funny. I don't get it. I don't think that's.
It's not thematically
appropriate. I don't think that's what that song is about. I feel like it's almost irreverent, I would say.
I would say Joji and the Holocaust probably not the same vibes.
Given his history.
It's another great point on that.
Yeah. It's weird that he exists. Is there a spider?
There is a spider on the screen. It's not on.
Oh, it's on the screen.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was on the bathroom. That's cool. Oh, that makes sense. Oh, yeah, it's up at the top now. So I was saying I had that. This All Is Grace is the end credits song, and I think that suited it pretty well. This the part I like, but it's just such like a cheery song. It's also kind of somber, you know.
I love my somberness.
Okay, I feel like
nothing gets me musically interested like some nice juicy somber.
Yeah. No, I mean like it's pretty somber. This is the part about and once the temperature a drunken pair goodbye despair, one night is till one morning, I always heard as and one sad night, You held me by and held me until it was morning, and then that was a pretty. It's talking to God. It's pretty cool.
Oh, okay.
That's how I read it. And then
That's
the
nice.
good night to father, mother, like saying, it's like I thought it fit the Holocaust vibe of a person who survived the Holocaust. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, I can see where you're coming from.
yeah.
It's a lot better than Glimpse of Us.
Yeah, all is grace tonight to you, and tomorrow we will be, and tomorrow we shall see, and tomorrow too. I think that's a good. I liked it. I realized though I annoyed myself because I put a John Coltrane song in it, and then I thought later I was like, oh wait, why would they be playing like John Coltrane in 1945? But it was supposed to be like in the scene, like live in the scene.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah, and so I realized like that kind of jazz didn't really exist yet. But no one knew.
Jazz was too advanced for
Exactly. I mean that's what it was. It was Duke Ellington, John Coltrane, my little brown book. It's a good track, but anyway, so I like that one. And then I think I'd give the last one probably the title, not title, the first track.
You will miss me when
I burn.
I burn.
Yeah, I thought that was a good one. I the first time I listened to it, I was like, this is a good track. I was surprised you didn't like that one.
It just never hit me.
It's
Honestly, to this moment, I could not tell you a line from it.
I just think it's like the most immediately enjoyable. It has like the nice like guitar
That's
intro.
Pushkin.
Yeah,
Pushkin is
I guess
immediately enjoyable. I couldn't say that about the other.
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, it's just like it has the nice like the guitar intro is just pretty like iconic because it has like a ringing out. I think he plays two strings at the same note. It always sounds cool on guitar. Cool trick.
Such a cool trick.
It is a cool trick. I don't know why you're repeating what I'm saying. No, but okay. I guess that's kind of like. Did you have one that was your least favorite? Did you say cinematographer is your least favorite?
I'm a cinematographer. I have to say I just can't stand it.
It's okay. I mean,
if I'm a cinematographer was a person, I'd punch him out.
Really? I know you're so violent. I
think if I was at a party with him, I'd just get so annoyed with him.
Yeah. No, I like this song. So we're exact opposites then.
I think that's the best way to put this.
Yeah, I guess so. I don't know what my least favorite would be. Maybe I Send My Love to You. It's just a little simple. It's not a ton going on. But I like the part of I Send My Nose to You. I think that's cute. Oh, it has a part about quacking though. I like the line about quacking. I don't think there's not a miss on this album, in my opinion. I know you would disagree. Yeah. I would kind of want to say Pushkin's my least favorite to be entirely opposite, but I don't think that's not true.
That's just not true.
It's not true.
It's a. I don't get why I feel the need to defend Pushkin now. I don't even like it that much.
No, I like Pushkin. We're cool. Maybe Whither Thou Goest. I guess, but I like that one too though. They're all good.
I remember not liking that one intensely my first listen through.
Really? I'm gonna refresh myself a little bit because the thing about this album is the lines, the words have stuck in my head so much that they're just like when I listen to it, I can just read it and I can hear it in my head immediately. It's never like, yeah. I'd say that's probably the weakest one. Even though it's good though.
You just love this album.
Oh, I like the end of the scream my name above the din, above the engine's carnal din, above the calves who bring their lungs out, ba ba moo moo ba ba ba. And if I don't like the
ba ba moo moo ba, I hate it so much.
Okay, well, I guess we can. Have you said everything to say?
That's all I have to say. I don't like this album.
You're gonna have to cut out like a lot of my blabbing.
No,
I didn't say very much good stuff.
I think this is very solid. I'm just gonna leave this uncut.
I'm just gonna have to live with it.
Yeah.
So I feel like I just like stood there like randomly saying the same thing because it's hard. The thing is, it's hard to articulate.
Yeah, it's really hard to say anything about this album.
It's difficult to say anything about it because it's so. I guess that's the exact place we differ is that it's like, I think it's so hard to talk about and that's what's cool about it and that's what's like interesting. Is that it's like it's so inherent to its being. It's like not something you can be like, oh, here's this one cool part. The whole thing's like a statement together, But you don't like that, for whatever reason.
I just don't see it as that.
You just don't see it as that. You see it as okay. So what do you think? Do you think it's like? You think it's just like boring? You think it's poorly made, or you
I
think
think
it's
it's
just, like,
boring. I think it's just singer-songwriter word salad.
really? Like, I just don't see how it's like singer-songwriter. Because like, when I hear singer-songwriter, I think like about just like telling a story.
Well, it doesn't have to be. I just mean man and his acoustic guitar.
I mean, I guess if that's all you define singer-songwriter, I guess it's derivative of singer-songwriter. But I feel like it's a unique experience.
Yeah, what would you rather I say instead of singer-songwriter?
I'd rather you say it transcends genres.
I think that's high praise.
Really, it doesn't really transcend genres. That's not really true. It stands a little alone. So there's not a ton of stuff like it. Some of his other, like even his other stuff is pretty different from this. This is a pretty unique.
This is demo core.
It is demo core, but I think that's also what's appealing about it. It just feels very personal. I like it a lot. So are we gonna do scores now? How long? It's been 30 minutes.
Score time. Okay. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
9.
3.
3? You got a 3? I thought you were gonna give this a 4.
I was scared you were gonna give this a 10.
I was gonna give it a 10. It's not a 10.
I thought before coming out here and starting to film and hearing you yap about it, I thought, yeah, okay, he'll give it like a 7. Like, he can't love it that much, and you just go and give it a 9.
It's just there's not really anything else like it. Is the thing.
I think you could probably find.
You do it then. You do it. Send me something that hits in this very specific way.
Man with his acoustic guitar.
That's not what it is. It's different.
It's just like any acoustic cover on YouTube, and it's the same sound.
Of like any okay, it's like the same elements, but it doesn't come to the same conclusion. It doesn't.
I think it's the same sound.
You think so?
Yeah.
You said a cover. A cover of what?
No, I'm just saying, like, YouTube covers, that's just someone in their acoustic guitar.
Of this album specifically?
No, of anything.
Anything.
And it's all the same sound. Because this is just a man and his acoustic guitar. That's what it is, sonically speaking.
Sonically? I mean more like, does it hit like that, though? No, it hits like some guy, like, making
music's gonna hit everyone differently, so I don't know what to tell you on that one.
Yeah. I like this album. It's a 9 out of 10. Certified. Official score.
3. Don't listen.
You should listen. It's only 20 minutes, so you can at least say, like, listen to it.
I don't think it's worth a listen.
You don't think it's worth a listen?
3 is not worth a listen in my books. If you said something was a 3, would you say it's not worth a listen?
If it was a 3 and it was 20 minutes and some other guy said it was a 9, I'd see who was right.
I like how you twisted my question there.
I'm just saying, I would be curious to check it out to see who was right about it. Because the thing is, we both agree it's hard to talk about.
I'm done with this.
Yeah, we can end the video now.
Okay, this is over. It's over, Owen. I'm done doing the show. I'm sick and tired of this.
You lost the other episode.
I did lose the other episode.